Post lists and product lists and all the list type elements in Thrive Architect can now be used with carousels or be turned into carousels instead of just pagination. This website is a great example of a use case where carousels would work really, really well. There's sections like right here where instead of using this post list with pagination, which isn't a bad idea, it works just fine. We could turn this into a carousel instead, so that instead of having to cycle through these different pages, the posts, or in this case, WooCommerce products, can just scroll through, cycle through, and it turns into a really, really nice experience both on desktop and on mobile. So let me show you how we can do that. So we want to go into Thrive Architect and find a section here, like this one that I brought up before, that we would want to apply a carousel instead of just a post list. So the nice thing about this is that we can actually select the post list itself that was already made, and on the left-hand side, we can now choose what display type we want. So we have the grid, the list, and this interface is actually different, right? We used to actually edit this and choose like how many columns we wanted and things like that. But now we have grid, list, masonry, and carousel. So the carousel is the new feature that I wanted to show you. So I've clicked carousel, and here you can see what happened. The pagination disappeared, and we can choose how many columns we want to have on our carousel. So here, instead of 4 items, I might want to have something like 48 items. So I'll turn this into 48 and click out. And you can see the carousel is loading. And now the carousel is loading 48 products as an example. And using the arrows here, we can cycle through the products, even within the backend editor, to see what that experience is like. And that works really, really well. Now, if we wanted to edit those arrows, we could select the arrows and on the left-hand side, click Customize Arrow Style. But we also have the option, if we click onto our new carousel here, you can see it's flashing, which is a nice thing. The carousel itself has options. And actually, even before we jump into that, one thing I want to point out is you can also just link the entire, I call these cards, link the entire card to the post, or in this case, the WooCommerce product. So we'll toggle on that. I think that's really nice to do. And then we have the carousel options. Now, they really thought this one through. We have the ability to show the arrows or not, and you can see that it's this darker gray color. If I click it, the darker gray turns off and the arrows disappear. Instead, I could show dots, which I think works really well for like smaller, like wider images. So like if you had like 5 images and you had 5 dots, I think in this case it doesn't work so well. So I would turn those off, and I would probably turn my arrows back on. Infinite sliding. Think of this like Netflix, right? So you cycle through your Netflix things on the what's new section, and then it starts back over at the beginning. That's what infinite sliding is. It just goes through until there's nothing left, and it goes back to the beginning. And drag to scroll, which is really nice, so that if you toggle that on, you can actually, here, let me just save this and preview it. If I scroll down here, I can click with my mouse and drag here rather than just using the arrows here. So you can do both. I think that makes for a great mobile experience. Now, other options we have are autoplay. I think in some cases autoplay makes sense, but I think it can also get really distracting. So in a case like this, I would turn it off. Another option is overlap end items, which I think this is a really, really good idea because when you overlap the end items, you kind of make it obvious that you can scroll through, right? So that someone knows, oh, there's something to the left there. I can kind of see it poking through, and oh, there's something to the right. I know I can scroll. And click on the post list again here. I think that's pretty good. And you can choose distance, so you can kind of see like, well, how much do you want to have on the left and how much do you want to have on the right? I kind of like it not too much, because then it feels like it, and by the way, you kind of have to let go. Like, I don't know if you've noticed this. If I click and drag and let go, it resets it. I kind of like it as a lower number just to show you that more's coming, but maybe like a 25 or so. Play around with it to find what you like. I think uniform slide heights is important. Without that, you can see, like, for example, some of these songs are 1, 2, or 3 lines. It kind of looks a little sloppier. Not bad, but a little sloppier. So I would uniform height on those. And then you have the choice whether you want to vertically align them or top align. I think in this case, I would top align them because these images themselves are so uniform. It creates a nice clean line. And this is a forgivable space here because it's obvious why it's there. Now, if you wanted the columns to change, we could also adjust those to show 3, 4, 5, 6. I think once you get past 4, things start to fall off a little bit. The rule of 4s tends to work pretty well in this type of design. And then I think 3 also looks good. 2 in this case would be too big, so I'm going to keep it at 4 because I think that looks really, really nice. Now let's save that again and come back here, and you can see this is what it looked like before with our arrows. If I give that a refresh, now you can see what it looks like. So you can see that there's some music to cycle through, and you can go ahead and browse more of them. It's not so bad. And so if I were to turn off the overlapping items and save that again, come back in here and refresh, you can see it's pretty obvious that you can cycle through. So that's the how-tos of the customization on the carousel options, but don't forget you also have the basic edit design options on the post list itself, where you can, in this case, there's a hover shadow and a green border and a product image, that's the featured image, and the title. You can customize this to look like whatever you want. And this is also the WooCommerce product list, but let's say, I'm going to duplicate this so I don't break it. Let's say I wanted to change what I'm showing here, right? This example was just WooCommerce products on a WooCommerce sales page. If I click on this post list, I can filter these posts. So instead of products, which are what you would show in a WooCommerce site, if you were using it like in this example, and of course you can apply all the same filters. So in this particular example, it's showing all Christmas products, but excluding other certain tags so that just this one showed. So we could change this to just to posts, click save and close. And now it's showing our blog posts in a carousel. I think this is a fantastic way to showcase different posts on a silo page. Something that I think works well is having a page for each of the major topics or categories on your site, and then break those down by whether it be tags or subtopics, and then break out your posts into carousels now instead of those post lists so that users can find all of the posts on a particular subtopic. For example, I could have a tutorials page all about Thrive Suite, and then I could have a section all about Thrive Apprentice, a section about Thrive Theme Builder, and a section about Thrive Architect. And the different posts for each of those sections could be inside of carousels. And it's just an easy way for people to cycle through and find things. And to highlight the versatility of this feature here, it doesn't have to be posts or products. And again, WordPress calls them posts, but they're just post types. We could do pages instead. So depending on how your site is set up, you can do posts, pages, products, and if we jump back over to my other site, you can even do it with courses. So right now on my dashboard page, users can see all the courses that they've unlocked. And I think this layout works pretty well, but I could edit this and change it from being a big grid of all of my courses. We'll go into the dashboard section and I can select my course list. And not only is it a post list feature, it's a course list feature too. So I can change this from this layout, which I'm currently using grid, to the carousel layout. And then I could change this to like 2 or 4. And now I could easily have a section of courses and a section of workshops, a section of master classes, and users can cycle through them. And I can apply all of the same design, filtering, and design features onto these that I want to, that I was able to do on the posts. There are lots of different applications for this. Let me know what you come up with for your site.